The question of God's existence is ancient. People have pondered it in caves and cathedrals. Some believe firmly in a divine creator, others find the idea of God unnecessary or improbable. This debate delves into the realm of reason and philosophy. Philosophers throughout history have grappled with this profound question. They seek to understand our place in the universe. Their inquiries have led to a rich tapestry of arguments. Some philosophers use logic and reason alone. Others draw upon observations of the natural world. Their efforts have shaped our understanding of God. Philosophy plays a crucial role in the debate about God's existence. Unlike religion, philosophy relies on reason and logic. Philosophers use critical thinking to explore fundamental questions. In the search for God, philosophers employ a variety of approaches. Some, like St. Anselm, focus on the very concept of God. Others, like Thomas Aquinas, observe the world around us. They see evidence of design and purpose pointing towards a creator. These arguments provide a framework for understanding. They encourage us to think critically about our beliefs. The desire to prove God's existence stems from a deep-seated human need for certainty. Proof, however, can be elusive, especially when dealing with metaphysical concepts like God. Philosophers recognize that absolute proof may be unattainable. They strive instead for compelling arguments. They seek to build a case based on reason, logic, and evidence. Despite their differences, all these arguments share a common goal. They aim to make the belief in God more plausible and rational. St. Anselm of Canterbury, an 11th century philosopher and theologian, stands out for his unique approach to proving God's existence. He presented a compelling argument that rests solely on reason and the very concept of God. This argument, known as the Ontological Argument, has fascinated and perplexed thinkers for centuries. He began with a simple yet profound premise. God is that than which nothing greater can be conceived. To grasp Anselm's argument, we must first understand his distinction between existence in the mind and existence in reality. Anselm's argument hinges on the nature of God as that than which nothing greater can be conceived. He believed that if we can conceive of such a being, then it must exist in reality. His reasoning was that a being existing only in the mind would be inferior to a being existing both in the mind and in reality. If God, the greatest conceivable being, existed only in our minds, then we could conceive of something greater, a God who also exists in reality. This, Anselm argued, would be a contradiction. Therefore, to avoid this contradiction, God, the greatest conceivable being, must exist not only in our minds, but also in reality. Anselm's argument is not without its critics. Despite the criticisms, Anselm's ontological argument remains a cornerstone of philosophical theology. It highlights the human longing for certainty in the face of the divine. Anselm's argument might not convince everyone. It serves as a testament to the enduring power of human reason. Anselm's legacy lies not just in the argument itself, but in the questions it raises. His work continues to inspire philosophers and theologians to explore new avenues in the quest for understanding God. While St. Anselm delved into pure thought, Thomas Aquinas anchored his arguments in the observable world. He developed the 5 ways for God's existence. Rooted in Aristotelian philosophy, these arguments point to a divine creator. Unlike Anselm, Aquinas began with empirical observations. He reasoned to a first cause identified as God. Aquinas' approach grounded God's existence in tangible reality. Aquinas' 5 ways demonstrate God's existence through reason and observation. 1. The argument from motion. Everything in the universe is in motion. Whatever is in motion must be put in motion by something else. This chain cannot regress infinitely. There must be a first mover, itself unmoved. This first mover is God. 5. The argument from design, also known as the teleological argument. This way focuses on the order and purpose observed in the universe. Aquinas argued that non-intelligent things like the sun, moon, and stars act towards a specific end or goal. He believed that this apparent design implies a designer, just as an arrow reaching its target suggests an archer. This intelligent designer, according to Aquinas, is God. Aquinas' 5 ways present a compelling case for God's existence based on reason and observation. His arguments invite us to consider the world around us and to see, in its beauty, order, and complexity, the fingerprints of a divine creator. Aquinas' 5 ways represent a significant contribution to the philosophy of religion. His work bridges the gap between faith and reason by demonstrating that belief in God is not incompatible with a rational understanding of the world. His arguments continue to be studied and debated by philosophers and theologians today. Critics of Aquinas' arguments often point to alternative explanations for the phenomena he observed. However, even those who disagree with Aquinas' conclusions acknowledge the intellectual rigor and philosophical depth of his arguments. His work remains a cornerstone of natural theology. Aquinas' 5 ways continue to inspire us to look beyond the surface of things and to seek the ultimate source of existence, beauty, and order in the universe. René Descartes, a 17th-century French philosopher and mathematician, is renowned for his revolutionary approach to knowledge and existence. Descartes embarked on a quest for absolute certainty in a world seemingly rife with doubt and uncertainty. His seminal work takes the reader on an introspective journey through the labyrinth of human thought, leading to the affirmation of God's existence. Descartes' method, known as Cartesian doubt, involved systematically questioning everything he thought he knew. He sought to find a foundation of knowledge that was unshakable, a bedrock of certainty upon which he could build a true understanding of reality. Amidst this radical doubt, Descartes arrived at a pivotal realization, a beacon of certainty in the sea of uncertainty. Cogito, ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. Descartes recognized that even if he doubted everything else, even his own existence, the very act of doubting proved that he, a thinking being, must exist. This realization, the Cogito, became the cornerstone of Descartes' philosophy. From this foundation of self-evident truth, Descartes proceeded to rebuild his understanding of reality. He argued that since he, an imperfect being, had a clear and distinct idea of a perfect being, God, this idea must have originated from a perfect source outside himself. Descartes reasoned that a perfect being, by definition, possesses all perfections, including existence. To conceive of God as not existing would be a contradiction, as it would imply a lack of perfection. Therefore, Descartes concluded that God, a perfect being, must necessarily exist. This argument, known as the trademark argument or the argument from perfection, suggests that the very idea of God, implanted within us, points to the reality of his existence. Descartes presents a compelling case for God's existence based on the reliability of our own minds and the origin of our ideas. Some philosophers argue that Descartes' reliance on the clear and distinct nature of ideas is subjective and open to interpretation. Others question whether the existence of an idea necessarily implies the existence of a corresponding reality. Despite these criticisms, Descartes remains a cornerstone of Western philosophy. His emphasis on methodical doubt and his pursuit of absolute certainty have had a profound impact on subsequent philosophical thought. Descartes' work serves as a testament to the power of human reason to grapple with fundamental questions about existence, knowledge, and the nature of reality. Alvin Plantinga, a prominent contemporary philosopher, presents a unique and intriguing argument for God's existence, known as the modal ontological argument. This argument, building upon the work of St. Anselm, delves into the realm of modal logic, a branch of logic concerned with possibility and necessity. Plantinga argues that if the existence of God is possible, then God must exist in at least one possible world. Furthermore, if God exists in one possible world, then God, being a necessary being, must exist in all possible worlds, including our own. To understand Plantinga's argument, we must first grasp the concept of possible worlds. In modal logic, A possible world is a complete and consistent way that things could have been. Plantinga's argument hinges on the concept of maximal greatness. He defines a maximally great being as possessing all perfections in every possible world. This being, for Plantinga, is God. If such a being is possible, it must exist in at least one possible world. If it exists in one, it must exist in all possible worlds. Therefore, if God's existence is possible, then God must exist in all possible worlds, including our own. Section 3, a controversial proof. Plantinga's modal ontological argument has sparked considerable debate. Critics argue that possible worlds are too abstract to prove God's existence. They question if a being's existence in one world means it exists in all. Despite criticisms, Plantinga's argument is significant in philosophy of religion. It shows the enduring appeal of ontological arguments. Section 4, Plantinga's enduring contribution. Plantinga's modal ontological argument, while controversial, highlights the enduring power of human reason to grapple with the most profound questions about existence and the divine. His work, regardless of one's philosophical stance, encourages critical thinking about the nature of possibility, the limits of logic, and the very possibility of proving the existence of God. Plantinga's contribution to the philosophy of religion extends beyond his modal ontological argument. He is known for his work on the problem of evil, the rationality of religious belief, and the relationship between faith and reason. His writings have had a significant impact on contemporary discussions about the nature of belief, the rationality of religious faith, and the ongoing dialogue between science and religion. Section 1. The Kalam Echo. William Lane Craig, a contemporary philosopher, has brought renewed attention to the Kalam cosmological argument. This argument, rooted in medieval Islamic philosophy, starts with the fact that the universe exists. Craig presents the Kalam argument clearly, making it accessible to many. Its strength lies in its simplicity and appeal to basic intuitions about cause and effect. The argument can be summarized in 3 steps. 1. Everything that begins to exist has a cause. 2. The universe began to exist. The Big Bang theory supports a definite beginning for our universe. Therefore, the universe has a cause. This conclusion follows logically from the first 2 premises. If everything that begins to exist has a cause, and the universe began to exist, then the universe must have a cause. Craig argues that this cause of the universe must be something beyond the universe itself, something that transcends the limitations of time, space, and matter. This transcendent cause, for Craig, is God. The Kalam cosmological argument, while powerful, has faced criticism. Some question if everything that begins to exist has a cause. Quantum mechanics might challenge causality. Even if the universe has a cause, it might not be God. The cause could be an impersonal force. Despite criticisms, the argument is significant in philosophy of religion. It has sparked interest in science and religion discussions. Craig's work on the Kalam cosmological argument highlights the enduring power of philosophical inquiry. It sheds light on the mysteries of the universe and our place within it, inviting us to consider the possibility of a transcendent reality. The quest to prove God's existence is a journey through human thought, a testament to our desire to comprehend reality. From St. Anselm to Thomas Aquinas, from René Descartes to Alvin Plantinga and William Lane Craig, each offers a unique perspective. Their arguments share a common thread, the belief in human reason to grapple with the divine. These philosophers sought to illuminate the path toward understanding God and our place in existence. Descartes' radical doubt leads us to the bedrock of certainty, the Cogito. Plantinga's modal ontological argument explores possible worlds. Craig's Kalam cosmological argument points to the universe's beginning. These arguments resonate within academia and beyond. They spark debate and challenge our beliefs about reality. They have profoundly influenced religious belief and our understanding of faith and reason. Anselm's ontological argument provides a rational foundation for faith. Aquinas' 5 ways shape Catholic theology. Descartes' ideas impact Western philosophy. Plantinga revitalized philosophy of religion. Craig's Kalam Cosmological Argument sparks debate. The question of God's existence remains a mystery. The arguments by Anselm, Aquinas, Descartes, Plantinga, and Craig have not settled the debate. Critics highlight flaws, question assumptions, and offer alternatives. The debate on God's existence delves into the heart of reality and human understanding. The value lies in the journey, enriching our understanding of ourselves and the world. It inspires, challenges, and illuminates the path to life's ultimate mysteries. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this content, please smash the like button, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.